The term self-actualization is frequently used in pop psychology and health blogs. But what does it mean to be self-actualized? What's the best way to go about it? The peak of Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, a model of human motivation created in the mid-20th century, is self-actualization. Maslow was more concerned in describing what motivates healthy individuals and what makes people joyful on a fundamental level. Psychology at the time was largely focused on how to repair sick individuals. In today's video, we're going to discuss everything you need to know about self-actualization and how to achieve this. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. Definition of self-actualization. Although most people identify self-actualization with Abraham Maslow, Kurt Goldstein was the first to coin the word. Goldstein defined self-actualization as a holistic individualization, or process of becoming a self, in which the individual recognizes that oneself and environment are two parts of a larger whole, and acts as a fundamental driving force of human development. However, it became well known after Maslow included it in his theory of the human hierarchy of needs. Maslow termed self-actualization as self-fulfillment, essentially the tendency for him, the individual, to become actualized in what he is potentially. This propensity could be described as a drive to become more and more of who you are, to become what you are capable of becoming. He used the phrase to define a desire, rather than a driving force, that could lead to the realization of one's potential. He did not believe that self-actualization determined one's life. Rather, he believed that it provided a desire or motivation to pursue one's dreams. Maslow's concept of self-actualization is often translated as full fulfillment of one's potential and true self. According to Maslow, intrinsic growth of what is already in the organism, or more precisely, of what is the organism itself. Self-actualization is growth motivated rather than deficiency motivated, is a more clear description of self-actualization. This explanation highlights that self-actualization is generally only possible when other lower order demands in Maslow's hierarchy of requirements have been met. Self-actualization is a motivating factor, according to Goldstein. Maslow used the word to characterize human development that occurs after basic needs have been addressed. One conclusion is that self-actualization occurs rarely, according to Maslow, definitely in fewer than 1% of the adult population. He called the psychopathology of normality the reality that most of us function most of the time on a level lower than that of self-actualization. When considering personality from a humanistic perspective, Maslow's use of the phrase has become common practice in modern psychology. Maslow's hierarchy of needs explained. Maslow's concept of self-actualization has a wide range of applications, but it must be understood in the context of his hierarchy of needs. Maslow argued that human motivation needed to be explored beyond the current framework of behaviorism, and that motivation should be human-centered rather than animal-centered research. In his groundbreaking 1943 study on human motivation, Maslow initially defined his hierarchy of needs. He identified the following 5 requirements. These 5 requirements include physiological, safety, love, esteem, and self-actualization, which sits at the top of the pyramid. Physiological needs are factors like breathable air, food, and water that are required for survival, things that help you feel healthy, such getting healthcare and knowing your water is clean and safe. And physically safe are considered safety needs, like a safe place to stay or being in a large group. When an individual's physiological demands are met, the need for security and safety emerges, and when this is met, our desire for safety is fulfilled. In their daily lives, people seek order, predictability, and control. These requirements can be met by the family and society. For example, police, schools, business, and medical care. Emotional security, financial security, for example, job, social welfare, law and order, fearlessness, social stability, property, and health and wellness are only a few examples. For example, safety against accidents and injury. Let's talk about the need for love. Feeling liked, loved, and accepted by others satisfies love's need according to Maslow. Feeling self-assured and valued by others is the foundation of self-esteem. Finally, when a person engages in self-development and personal progress, their self-actualization needs are filled. Self-worth, accomplishment, and respect are among the 4th level of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, covering the section of esteem. Maslow's divided esteem needs into 2 categories: self-esteem, dignity, achievement, mastery, independence, and esteem for others, reputation or respect, for example, status, prestige. For children and teenagers, the need for respect or reputation is the most crucial, according to Maslow, and it comes before true self-esteem or dignity. Lastly, and the need that sits at the top of Maslow's pyramid, is self-actualization. Self-actualization needs refer to the realization of a person's potential, self-fulfillment, personal growth, and peak experiences. This level is defined by Maslow in 1943 as the desire to achieve everything one can, to become the best one can be. This desire may be perceived or focused on quite specifically by individuals. One person, for example, may have a tremendous desire to be the perfect parent. In another, the desire may be manifested in terms of money, academics, or athletics. Others may convey their feelings through art, such as paintings, photographs, or inventions. How to achieve self-actualization? Be present. One of the qualities of self-actualizing people, according to Maslow, is their unself-conscious ability to be completely focused in the current moment. Self-actualization he defined as full, vivid, unselfish experience with full focus and total absorption. It entails experiencing, sans the adolescent self-consciousness. The person is entirely and fully human at this point in time. This is a turning point in your life. This is a time when the self is coming into its own. Get to know who you are. To speak of self-actualization implies that there is a self to be actualized. Maslow remarked, "A human being isn't a blank slate, a lump of clay, or a piece of plasticine. He is already a part of the scene." Get to know your internal self rather than consulting society, your friends, or the establishment on how you should feel and think about something. We delegate our opinions to authority far more often than we know, but it is in these opinions that we might find our genuine selves. Don't stress about trying to conform. When you have a better understanding of yourself, you will be able to rely on yourself to make decisions more frequently. Various authorities operate as taste arbiters, but once you know yourself better, you'll know what works for you and what doesn't. Maslow was particularly interested in emphasizing how this may make you unpopular. However, he believes that accepting that relying on oneself may not make you popular with everyone, and being happy with it is essential for self-actualization. Be prepared to deal with the least pleasant parts of yourself. Identifying and dealing with some of your least pleasant aspects of yourself is an important component of becoming a better person. You'll come across various defenses that you'll have to overcome. This is uncomfortable because defenses are formed against something unpleasant, Maslow wrote, but it's worth it to give up the defenses. If there is one thing the psychoanalytic literature has taught us, it's that repression isn't an effective method to solve problems. Being aware and present at peak experiences. This relates to actually living your most full life, as it does for anyone who frequently experiences new horizons opening up to them, goes beyond selfishness in situations, and feels one with the other organisms on Earth. Characteristics of self-actualized people: self-acceptance and worldview. People who have achieved self-actualization embrace themselves and others for who they are. They have less inhibitions and may enjoy themselves and their lives without feeling guilty. Self-actualized people not only accept themselves completely, but they also accept others for who they are. Others are treated equally, regardless of their background, current status, or other socioeconomic or cultural characteristics. They are problem-centered. Individuals who are self-actualized are frequently driven by a strong sense of personal ethics and responsibility. They like putting their problem-solving talents to use in real-life circumstances and assisting others in improving their lives. They are autonomous. Self-actualized persons are also incredibly self-reliant. They don't follow other people's definitions of happiness or fulfillment. This unique viewpoint allows the person to be present in the moment and appreciate the beauty of each event. Creative. Creativity is a broad term that encompasses a wide range of skills. Some self-actualized individuals may have a talent for approaching challenges in novel ways of thinking along different lines than others. They may just lack restraint, which is another trait of a spontaneous personality. Spontaneous, an inclination to be open, unconventional, and spontaneous is another trait of self-actualized persons. While these people are capable of adhering to societal norms, they do not feel constrained by them in their ideas or acts. Continued appreciation. Self-actualizing persons have the extraordinary capability to appreciate the essential goods of life again and again, freshly and naively, with astonishment, pleasure, wonder, and even ecstasy, however stale these experience may have become to others. Maslow said in Motivation and Personality. Acceptance. Accepting your traits and desires without feeling the need to apologize or feel shame for them is a key component of self-actualization. It's about entirely accepting yourself for who you are. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about self-actualization and how to work towards achieving this to live a better lifestyle with a better mind. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.